France is so much different than Norway. Everything here is like interesting for me. I just want to go around and take photographs of everything. You're on holidays, you take a lot of holiday photographs, and you want to take some like street photography photographs, if you know what I mean. Instead of like having the palm tree in every picture, you try to focus on everyday life, like try to imagine that you are living over here and try to photograph these normal everyday situations that are so much different for you. With a small camera like that, I don't really have a problem to go around and take a few sneaky photographs here and there. The everyday market is something that you really don't want to miss out. There's a lot of different products, a lot of people, and a lot of opportunities for a street photography. The flower market, exotic fruits and vegetables, the people in everyday situations, warm weather, sun. It's a perfect combination for a holiday, but also to just walk around and get a different mindset. Many times when we travel, we do everything at a high pace, so we want to see as many different places as possible. Usually we have a few days in the country. In these few days we try to squeeze as many locations as possible. That's why when you want to set up the settings on your camera, you want to be sure that when you are going through busy street, you just take your camera to your eye level or just see the back of your screen and you get this shot like most of the times. So the settings that you're gonna choose for you, for your street photography. Some alert just started. I hope it's just the test. It's okay, it was just a test alarm. So it's always tricky to say exactly which settings you should use. If you understand the triangle of the exposition, you choose, you decide what is the most important for you. Is it the shallow depth of field? Is it the high shutter speed? Is it the low ISO or high ISO? It's up to you really. So our trip starts in Marseille. That's a city of many faces, of many different contrasts, many different people, many different situations. You have the seaside, you have the part for the tourists, you have some modern museums, you have some old architecture, 1,000 cities in one. You're gonna find everything what you want to find over there. And that's what I found, and this is the photographs I'm taking over here. We arrived in the evening, but we squeezed out everything almost from the city in the next day. But for that you have to be ready to walk around like 15 kilometers or something like that. Marseille is the oldest and second biggest city in France. And we were overwhelmed in the first day over here. I don't have nothing negative to say about Marseille, but it's not city for everyone. I mean, if you are a street photographer, that's gonna be a gold, that's gonna be Mecca for you. There are so many different people, so many different situations that absolutely as a photographer, you're gonna find yourself over there 100%. Of course, weather is a big part of the experience over here. We had moderate weather, mostly warm with sunny days, but also a few cloudy mornings and evenings. I would say the perfect amount of days to visit each of the cities is around 2 days, maybe 1.5, depend when you are leaving and when you are arriving to the city. Our next stop is Cannes, that is famous for the Cannes Festival. Of course, I had to go on the famous staircase. Maybe one day I'm gonna be there for real. But for now, I'm just gonna walk around Cannes and take some street photographs. Of course, there's a balance. I take both kind of like street photography and also holiday kind of photography. because these places are so beautiful and so much different than the Scandinavia that it's impossible to don't take typical cliché summer photograph with the palm trees and the beach. I noticed that many people look at you right away when you pick up the camera, but not in a bad way. They try to get away from the shot. They try to don't photobomb your shot. So if you want to do some candid photographs, you need to be a little bit sneaky, otherwise people are gonna notice and they're gonna try to get away from your shot, this kind of stuff. And as always, if anyone gonna bother you that you take photographs, you can just say that you are a tourist and that's it. Even without the festival, in Cannes you have this vibe like movie Hollywood stars and kind of very glamour feel. You have a lot of photographs of the famous people, you have the Walk of Fame with the handprints on the floor. There's many expensive stores, many fancy hotels, many places that you can recognize from the movies or from the TV. This is not a typical street photography vlog because this is a part of my holidays. But if you are a photographer, it's impossible for you to stop taking photographs. You see this moment, you see the situations, you just pick up your camera and you take a photo. Doesn't matter if you're on holidays or not. My longest stay is in Nice. The part of France is very beautiful, very warm and much more tourist friendly. Colorful flower markets, many restaurants and many fantastic spots, a lot of people and different situations that you can photograph. But even from here I made a small trip to Eze and to Monaco as well. For Nice, give yourself definitely a little bit more time. Think about 4 or 5 days if you want to see some places around the city as well. Otherwise, you can just take your time over here. There's so many interesting spots. Being here in France, you definitely get the vibe of this foreign trip. Everybody speaks in French and you feel like in one of these movies. I don't understand French too much. Besides merci, bonjour and pardon. I think I took over 2000 photographs, but I'm just gonna show you the best ones or the ones that I think might interest you. The time goes really fast when you travel on the high pace like that. When I travel outside or Scandinavia or anything like that, I like to visit these photographic galleries like this one. It's a very interesting composition of many photographs, mainly portraits that were designed for the fashion magazines like Elle. That photographs definitely make a huge impression on me. The old village of Eze, it's definitely a trip that you should take. You can take the bus to get over there and then you can walk all the way to the train station if you're planning to get back. It's a beautiful trail, beautiful views. Many people say that there's a lot of crime and violence in the French cities, but if you stick to the normal areas, not some dark corners, I think you're gonna be fine. Be reasonable and stay safe. If you are a subscriber to this channel, you probably know that most of my videos are based on the photography with this little camera. Not a subscriber yet, you have a chance to do it right now. The recipe for visiting the cities like that: first, usually I go to the highest point in the city, like that one. In every city there is a point of view that you can go and see the city from above. Number 2, find some good spot for lunch or coffee and sit over there, enjoy and try to sink in the local life. Number 3 would be going around the little narrow streets and see the life as it is. Number 4, definitely go to the seaside and walk down the promenade. Number 5 and the last one, slow down sometimes and just enjoy it as it is, and maybe even put your camera down and just enjoy the place where you're gonna be maybe the last time in your life. everything that's good comes to an end. And I guess that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this special episode of my Tommy Nordpole life in Norway, this time in France. If you want to see some other videos, probably you're gonna see them over here. Thank you so much for watching so far, and as always, I hope so. See you in the next one.